Superman, the movie, Supergirl, the movie. Now, the first 2 films in the DCU that James Gunn is trying to put together. Are these 2 films enough so far? I know we're early. This is just our job as podcasters to do a little check-in. Is it a big enough and strong enough foundation for the rest of the DCU to stand on moving forward? And I guess, right, we've got Clayface, Man of Tomorrow. I don't want to neglect all of the animated shows. I haven't really had a chance to tap in, so I'm going to just stick to what has been released in theaters because fortunately and unfortunately for the DCU, that's what a lot of people are just going to see because that's what people go to the movies for, is to see the big superhero flicks. Do you think these 2 films so far are enough for the universe moving forward into Clayface and Man of Tomorrow? Is it enough?
I think so. I think because of Superman and Supergirl are like, there's still a strong contrast between them. Even though Supergirl doesn't like land the plane in a lot of ways, you could see like, okay, like the contrast they're trying to do, and like you could see Millie Alcock and David Cornsweet's like the differences in their performance, and like, you know, Superman obviously has much more like, you know, the Lex Luthor stuff and like the dimensions, and it introduces a few more characters that will be essential going forward. But yeah, it just kind of depends. Like they just wanted to set up like Metropolis. They just want to set that up. And then, because
she mentions it in the movie, she's like, I'm just a blonde girl. We're just girls from Metropolis.
Yeah. Metropolis. But like Superman basically sets up a world that's like been lived in already. Because, you know, it's like he lands, because it's just like the beginning of that movie is like he's like midway through a battle and he's gonna go back. And there's a bunch of these characters like Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, and all this stuff. We're gonna get more Green Lanterns. We're gonna get, who else are we gonna get? Adria Arjona's going to be in it. I forgot what she's going to be. I forgot exactly what the character is going to be. But
it's the limited series. It's kind of based on True Detective is the vibe that they're going for the Lantern series.
Yeah, the Lantern series is about, Lantern's about True Detective, like that type of thing. So yeah, Aaron Pierre is going to be in it. Mm-hmm. He's a good actor. Rebel Ridge, I don't know if you've seen that. That's
Never
good.
seen it. Shower.
It's a Netflix movie. It's really good. But yeah, I think there's enough foundation between the 2 of them. We just need better scripts.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We just need better stories. I mean, James Gunn is going to write and direct Man of Tomorrow.
And he's doing it right now.
They're filming it. You know, he's got Lex in the giant mech suit.
We've seen the mech suit.
Yeah.
The mech suit looks great. They're not shying away from that, so hopefully they kick it.
So I think it'll still be like a solid movie. Mm-hmm. But I mean, obviously, you know, are they going to step it up from Superman? Because some people weren't that impressed with Superman. I think I liked Superman. I didn't love Superman. But there's enough there, I think, to propel it forward. Just depends what they do with like Clayface, like how you connect that, because it's like, you know, it's basically looks like a kind of a indie horror vibe, where it's like he's like a monstrosity.
And no DCU Batman yet.
Batman yet. There's a lot of DCU core characters aren't there yet. So you know, Wonder Woman is not cast yet, and yeah, we don't have like our foundations of the Justice League yet, and what that exactly how they're gonna like weave that in. It's gonna be like a slow burn, or in Man of Tomorrow, you're just gonna throw a bunch of characters in there and see what happens. So the jury's still out, but I think the super people, the Kryptonians,
Kryptonians, that's the word.
The Kryptonians are enough. That's true. We've been
fucking up, guys.
Before we started recording, we're like, what are they called? Citizens of Krypton?
You're like, you know how people from Belgium are called Belgian?
Yeah, but yeah, there we go. We just we didn't think. I didn't think about it too much. Kryptonians.
My ball knowledge is cooked, y'all. Y'all can roast me in the comments below. Comics and comments below.
Yeah. But anyways, the 2 Kryptonians, I think, are enough, but we can't have, because of what you said, because of both, you know, of the lack of success of this movie, and also the larger like Paramount Warner Brothers issue that's still, as of we're recording this, is still like in limbo. Mm-hmm. You know, you're gonna need a good movie to come out, or else this might be done like right away, like real fast,
like way too quick too. Because I mean, nothing more I can add to that, because I think you just hit the head of the nail pretty well, Chris. The 2 characters, Supergirl and Superman, led by David and Millie, are enough for me to be engaged with like, what is their relationship going to look like now that Millie is done. If anything, the benefit of this film is that it's happened. Millie has gone out and given her first big performance as Supergirl, and Supergirl, the character, has kind of at least dealt with a lot of her trauma, right, through Ruthie, her journey in this film. Lobo killing Krem, not killing. I think she kills Krem at the end. Krem's dead.
Yeah, she kills Krem.
Bye.
But way too late. They're you know, Ruthie had a chance to kill Krem, and then Supergirl prevented her from doing that.
So that she could do it.
That's another thing that's stupid about this movie.
It's a big horror farm.
That's another stupid thing about this movie I just want to say before you keep going, is that, you know, she prevents Ruthie from killing Krem, and then Krem just goes and kills like a whole family. I was like, What is that? That's stupid.
It's dumb.
That's not good character
The family that
development.
tried to sell them out, and then it's like, well, okay,
I'm like,
off to the next planet.
that's just not a logical decision. But anyways.
Anyways, I do think that the two characters are in a place where now she's going to be healthier, and you see it at the end of the film. There's not even a post-credit scene in this movie. I guess for some people, thank God, but even I was just like, at least give me something to look forward to, like Man of Tomorrow. I was like, let's see the full connection. But you do see those two have great chemistry. She looks like she's healed at least a little bit, enough to probably be a part of this super team. It's maybe eventually going to become the Justice League. As we know, the Justice Society of America has existed in
Justice
this realm.
Gang.
They're called the before the Justice Gang.
Yeah, but in
now we're at the Justice Gang.
The Justice Gang.
Shout out Guy Gardner. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to shout out Guy Gardner, but shout out the Justice Gang. Yeah, pause. Big heavy on that. I want to see Mr. Terrific ASAP, bro. I need to see that man again.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think those two are enough. But again, it's like why Clayface next? But I am excited for Clayface, I will say, and I am very excited for Man of Tomorrow. And I hope Supergirl plays a prominent role in Man of Tomorrow because I want to see more Millie Alcock. And obviously our main man David Cornsweet. That man was born to play our modern Superman. More than anyone else that I could have imagined. I remember geeking out about this dude for about a month straight when Superman came out last July. So now here we are a year later. Actually, happy 1 year anniversary of the YouTube channel. Nearly, I think we've probably passed it at this point.
Kind of wild, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Our first thing that we released on YouTube was talking about Superman.
That's right.
So I have a lot of faith in James Gunn. Do I have faith in the Warner Brothers merger? Not really. That's a little bit worrisome. I think like the worries that I have about the universe are thankfully outside of the scopes of the films. But if the films continue to have the scripts and plots and kind of a bloated feeling that Supergirl has.
You can't
do it.
You can't risk another Supergirl. Another Supergirl flop.
Well, I do have to say too, I feel like some of the parts of Superman I didn't enjoy very much were also bloated parts where they just tried too much, or the plot or the script was just a bit too on the nose or a bit too comic cheesy for me, which again is the strength of Superman. But then it's just kind of like you zoom in like 5 times on it. It's kind of what it is. The problem is the problem of it is in Supergirl is just a bit more like pronounced. In my opinion. So my hope is that they're just able to take lessons from this and move forward and be like, the lesson is not to not include Millie Alcock as Supergirl in more films. The lesson is to write better scripts and to show a little bit more effort towards the final product so that these characters can be as beloved as the Avengers were for our generation.
Last thing I want to say about this point is that I've heard this on other like the Ringer podcast and stuff like that. One of their big points about Supergirl was like, I think they're saying that this is officially the end of you can just make a superhero movie and it will make $800 million.
Yeah, it is.
We're past the point where superhero movies like saturate the culture that people feel like they need to watch them, or like they always have to go to the theater because they're always going to be at least kind of fun, or like you need to be able to keep up on them because everyone else is going to be seeing it. Now we don't have that kind of cultural. Superhero movies are not in the culture that the way they used to be. So it's like people are just like, what superhero movie? Like they could have missed like 5 or 6 of them. And then like Superman comes out and you maybe see that one because it's about Superman. But there's a lot of ones where like if you get like an obscure character and it's not like a great script, it doesn't have great word of mouth, then you're not going to see it. But like
the Harley Quinn movie or the Poison Ivy movie, all these things.
But like that's where like the horror movies are like, Obsession and Backrooms, they're kind of like cleaning house because they're like, interesting ideas. The word of mouth is really that's what's getting people into the theaters. It's like, okay, like the horror directors are like really getting in there because they're like interesting concepts. Even weapons. I'm not a huge fan of weapons, as we've talked about on this pod before.
But it definitely
just
struck
interesting
a chord with
ideas,
people,
like
right?
just interesting ideas that like get people to the theater and like get people thinking and get people talking. There's just not a lot of that type of stuff in superhero. I think superhero movies got to be. It's really tough because you want to say that superhero movies need to take more risks and like be better, but the problem is that obviously I'm sure in this business climate where like superhero movies are like just one step away from like just kind of being gone, especially the DC movies. They're like one edge off the cliff away from being gone.
Like for Marvel, we're still hitting peaks for them, like with Secret Wars, the new Spider-Man film coming out later this month.
That's true. The Marvel stuff's going to keep continuing.
People will see the new Marvel.
But like, the new Marvel.
Yeah.
You've seen Friendship?
Of course, we saw it together.
Yeah, that's right. We did. That's true. That's right. We did talk about that one.
See the new Marvel?
You seen the new Marvel? Don't spoil the new Marvel. But yeah, like Doomsday, they have Secret Wars. They're just gonna keep making them because like Disney's got that firmly in control. There's that's their money puppy. That's the bread and butter. But DC obviously is on a much more tight leash and a really like high ledge sort of thing. They're about to jump off of
high ceiling, low floor kind of player.
So it's like it's just you gotta hit. The problem is they just have to deliver it. They have to do something with like the right amount of edge, the right amount of sauce, but doesn't like go over, go too over into like indie film territory. It's really James Gunn's got to strike a weird chord, and he's done it before. It's just whether he's going to do it now, and he's really going to have to if they want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.